inside a minute of round 9.
Yesterday, Martin O'Malley told us losing would be a nightmare. You know what? Nicky's living that nightmare right now.
Steve, it's not pretty, but he hasn't stopped fighting.
Hold it. Hold it. Come on. Let him go. Let him go.
As for Dorin, every round, the same thing. The guy's very consistent. How do you beat a guy like this? Well, you'd have to hurt him, or you have to really use your legs and box a lot and really stay away with a great jab.
We thought O'Malley had a shot at out-punching him, but not there as he goes down from that barrage of shots.
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Yeah, you want to continue? Of course. Yeah? Let's go.
As the seconds click on, a closeout round 8, and will Dorin close the show?
Well, if this fight goes another round, I'd be surprised at this point, and I'd also be disappointed.
O'Malley just got rocked at the end of the fight.
Larry hasn't called this fight.
Ref, I'm good to go. No,
Larry hasn't called the fight.
Stopping this. Look at me. No, do not. Look at me. I'm fine. Stopping the fight. Well, too many punches. No. Too many punches.
And a good call, I think, Steve Farmwood.
No doubt. Hazard was right. He climbed up on the ring apron, and Orlando informed the fighter. It was not Orlando's decision. O'Malley's disappointed, but definitely a good call.
Tony Orlando, the referee, said it all. Too many punches. And how can Martin O'Malley, as disconsolate as he is, to have suffered the first scratch on his resume, he has to agree. He just absorbed too many blows.
Yeah, we worry about your life. We want to make sure you're okay, all right?
Don't worry about it. No, dude, no, dude. Oh, come on. All was the weight. You what? You all was the weight. Martin, come here. I can't. No, this is right now. It's over. They ain't gonna start.
Fighter's face will tell it all, Steve.
Sure will. The end came at the end of the 9th. And really, O'Malley, this first knockdown, well, there's the left hook that set it all up. He's done right here.
Hands down. Now they're up again, but Dorin just rips through.
Yeah, you could have ruled out a slip. You could have ruled out a knockdown. Didn't really matter. But the second knockdown, which comes right at the bell, is much more legitimate. O'Malley's legs are gone. His hands are low there. He gets caught with a 1-2, and it's just target practice for Dorin. And I'm glad O'Malley went down because it definitely convinced Hazard that enough was enough.
As we look at his face and the horrible swelling above both eyes. And now it's target practice.
No. Leo Dorin, only 6 knockouts going into this fight.
Wow.
Tell Marty O'Malley he can't punch. Game, so game.
It's like a fan turned on full blast, Dave.
Oh my fuck.
And let's go to Amy Hayes for the officials' time when this one ended.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tony Orlando stops the bout at the end of the 9th round. Your winner by technical knockout, Leo, the Lion, Dorin.
Steve, biggest win for him. We saw him beat Gary St. Clair, a veteran, and looking very good, dynamic, electrifying performance in Montreal. But how does this one stack up for Leo Dorin?
This is the biggest win because it's on national television. It's the start of Showbox, the new generation, and a lot of people are watching Leo Dorin who never saw him before. This guy will get continued work. He'll get continued TV exposure because you know he'll never be in a bad fight.
Once again, we see this was a pure action fight as the fighters congratulate each other and offer condolences. And here we see through 9 rounds, Leo Dorin, according to you at home, online scoring, won 8 of the 9. 18 rounds tonight of non-stop action from Bally's in our debut show, Showbox, the new generation. Not a clinch, not a breather, Steve. Man, I just feel like I ran a marathon.
2 great fights. We thought they'd be real good action fights going in. They were. 2 for 2.
Well, what a way to give you a little appetizer. Just call 1-888-SHOWTIME. You can subscribe now and make sure you'll join us for all the ring action, all the excitement for future editions of Showbox and Showtime Championship Boxing. Let's go to Tim Smith with the victorious Leo Dorin.
Thanks, Nick. And Leo Dorin was the stronger fighter tonight. At what point did you feel, Leo, that you were going to be able to impose your will on O'Malley?
First of all, I have to thanks from Showtime for this, because put me in this great position, and I have to thanks for Many Vendan,
Okay.
show.
Okay, but
Thanks in Montreal. Okay.
but in this particular fight, when did you think that you were going to be able to impose your will on him? Because you looked stronger than he did.
I saw that guy and I let him to work because I know him. Because I'm small, I do that all the time. I let the guy to be tired and then I play with him. What you saw this night, I was very good physically, I was very good technically, and that was the fight. Martin O'Malley is very good boxer and strong, but not enough for me.
Now, you hurt him in the second round. How did you get to the point where you could throw the shots that you wanted to hurt him with?
Hey, that's the name of the game. That's normal to be hurt, and you have to come back because I know what I do in the gym, and I was sure for what I have to do.
How did you take away the height advantage? He's 5 feet taller than you. How did you take away that advantage?
What? I fought all the time with a guy like him, and all the time I was winner.
Oh, 5 inches taller. I'm sorry. Did I say 5 feet? 5 inches
I'm
taller.
Olympic medalist. I beat a guy like him all the time.
Okay, so the height was not a problem for you.
It's not a problem. I'm a boxer, and I love that game.
Okay. Now, did you take any inspiration from your stablemate, Eric Lucas, winning a world title?
Oh, yes. I work with him. I work with Eric Lucas. And Eric Lucas was different than 1 year ago because working hard and put more heart in his job. He was great in that show. I sparred with him, and I feel a very good punch.
Thank you very much, Leo, and congratulations. So Leo Dorin moves on. He's now put himself a step closer to being in contention for a lightweight title, Nick.
Well, thank you, Tim, with the victorious Leo Dorin. Steve, right out of the box, the lightweight division. What does this fight do for Leo Dorin? He's still a ways away, but stack him up.
Yeah, well, he's a ways away from a world championship. But remember, this guy's 31 years old. He's now had 18 fights. This is a big win with a lot of exposure. He's got a big promotional group behind him in Interbox. He's definitely fringe top 10 right now.
But in terms, again, of being a pro just 2.5 years, at 31, given this division and the quality in it and the way he fights, just a round ballpark prediction on how far he could go.
Oh, he could go a long way. Definitely top 10. The division is not that strong, the lightweight division right now. A lot of times, guys like Dorin, who spend so much time in the amateurs, they don't become very good pros. He seems to be an exception to the rule.
Yeah, he does. Not bad for a guy who thought pros didn't get paid. There'll be bigger paydays for Leo Dorin as we see the way he broke down a previously undefeated Martin O'Malley. Steve, talk about this fight again, specifically.
Well, yeah, O'Malley was so gutty. Fact of the matter is that up until this point, O'Malley had 14 knockouts in 17 fights. He brought the mindset of a puncher. Early on, he found out that Dorin was not easy to hit, that his left hand was not that effective. He was getting hit and not hitting in return. That changed his whole mindset. It's almost a curse when you're a big puncher, because when you get into a fight where your power is not particularly effective, you don't have a plan B. And O'Malley just simply couldn't outbox Dorin, who kept coming.
O'Malley thought he could keep him at the end of his jab. Being the taller guy, why, again, we'd have to ask Martin O'Malley why he wasn't able to move a little bit. He knew that this guy only had to come forward. He knew he had to close the gap. But how will a guy discourage a Leo Dorin?
Well, again, I have to say the only way you're going to discourage him is to hurt him early in a fight. The way you do that is to time his looping shots, get inside and throw straight punches. Or if you're a real good mover with real good rhythm and a real good jab, just run from him and take the easy way out and take the points. We may not want to see that kind of fight, but that's one way to attack Dorin.
Well, again, before we let it go with Martin O'Malley, as game as they come, but his face was a testament that everything that went wrong for him tonight in this fight. What's his future going to be, Steve?
It's going to be tough for Martin. He has to come back and you know, this is the kind of opponent that he's not going to be facing that often. He won't be facing many 5'4" compact guys like Dorin. So I'd stay away from this kind of opponent for starters, and then back to the drawing board.
Well, once again, with Leo Dorin fighting in Canada, we hadn't seen him a lot. An explosive debut here on Showbox, the new generation. Would you put him back in the ring soon? They say they want to keep this guy fighting very often.
It would not surprise me at all if we see Leo Dorin again on Showbox. This series is about action fighters. Again, because of his lack of height, the diminutive Dorin has no choice but to attack. He has a good chin. He keeps his hands up. He's going to be in exciting fights all the time. We'll see him again, I think.
Well, recapping a memorable day, memorable night, I think, here at Bally's in Atlanta.